Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Bobby. Guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for the well wishes. Yes, I'm finally recovered. It was very tough, I have to say. 3 days completely knocked out with 40 degrees fever. After that, still fatigued, weakness, spinning head and whatnot. It was quite horrific, but now I'm doing better and finally I feel ready to react to our next video. Today we're gonna react to the example of the mosquito by the people of Islam. I really love the Islamic perspective on nature and how nature proves that God exists ultimately. I believe that this is a very similar video. Let's have a look. Yep, exactly. One of those very powerful questions in the Quran. The example of a mosquito, episode 1.
Indeed, Allah is not ashamed to present a mosquito as an example or anything that is above it.
Why would he
As
be
for
ashamed?
those who believe, they know that it is the truth from their Lord. But as for those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intend by this example? The Quran, chapter 2, verse 26. The first question that comes to mind is, what does Allah mean when using a mosquito as an example? Essentially, Allah is saying that even a fly is enough to demonstrate his existence.
Absolutely, because nobody is able to build a fly. Yes, we can build airplanes, yes, we can build Bugattis, but we cannot build a fly.
At first glance, you might be thinking, how?
Even if we can clone a fly, that doesn't mean that we build a fly.
With some reflection, it will hopefully make a lot more sense.
It already makes sense.
Let's consider that this verse came down 1,400 years ago to a tribe in the middle of a desert.
Sure.
It is only in the last 200 years that science has made huge progress and knowledge has increased like never before. What we once thought was an insignificant little fly.
That's crazy, I have to stop this video. I'm sure you cannot see it on the camera here, but there is a fly right now, out of nowhere, appeared in my room. Yeah, there it is, and is messing with me.
Proved to be a
Talking about
phenomenal
science.
species full of complexities.
Sure.
Here are some facts that we have come to know. The mosquito egg is always laid in water.
Yeah.
As the mother lays her eggs, she sticks them together into an array to form a raft structure to stop them from sinking. From there, the eggs turn into larvae that swim around upside down on the surface of the water whilst breathing through a tube, a bit like a snorkel. The larvae then turn into pupae and then break out as adults with the ability to fly instantly.
That's why you always get bitten
This
next
small
to
insect that has
ponds.
hatched is currently the deadliest animal in the world.
Fly.
Ever wondered why they have extremely fast reflexes? Well, that's because the mosquito has a pair of compound eyes. Each compound eye is made up of hundreds of mini eyes called lenses that curve around. Each lens takes an image at a different angle which its brain processes. For this reason, the mosquito can see almost everything happening around it at any given time without having to turn around.
360 view.
Physicists have been fascinated by this and have been trying to copy this system to develop self-driving cars, drones and safety cameras, to say the least.
Right. Subhanallah.
The mosquito uses carbon dioxide sensors to detect your breath from up to 50 meters away. Once it finds its way into your room, it detects heat from your body to land exactly where it will start to suck your blood.
It's so crazy.
This is how they see you in the dark when you are asleep. Amazingly, the mosquito uses 6 needles to suck blood in a highly sophisticated manner.
I didn't know that.
First,
just one.
it removes a protective layer to expose the needles. Then it uses the sharp teeth on the outside 2 needles to drill through your skin, like
Those
a
little
saw.
monsters, man.
The 2 inner needles hold the cut open whilst the middle 2 probe around to find a blood vessel. Once a blood vessel is found, one of the probe needles spits chemicals to numb the pain and help your blood to flow.
Wow.
The other probe needle acts like a straw and starts sucking your blood. As it sucks, its body separates the water and squeezes it out of its back to pack in as many nutrients as possible. Sounds like a surgical operation, right?
Yeah, more than that, man.
This is an image of the mosquito's foot. It is made up of a complex array of features that protect it and allow it to land on many different surfaces, such as water, to feed its eggs. As for its wings, the mosquito flaps them about 1,000 times every single second to help it fly. It is clear that this tiny creature we can barely see with the naked eye is packed with many efficient systems allowing it to function
Of course,
and breed.
man. And it's not only
Let's
the mosquito.
now refer back to the verse in the Quran. After Allah presents the example of a mosquito, He then says, and what is above it. The Arabic used for this, فَمَا فَوْقَهَا, linguistically has many meanings, including what is above it physically and what is above it in size. Guess what? All definitions apply. In terms of size, well, we don't have to look too far into nature to see that a mosquito is nothing compared to what is out there.
Sure.
The universe is so complex, yet so perfect, that it is beyond human comprehension. What about above it physically? Well, scientists have discovered that some mosquitoes have tiny larval water mites that live above them as parasites.
Parasites on mosquitoes. So those are the mosquitoes for the mosquitoes.
Allah continues the verse and says, as for those who believe, they know that it is the truth from their Lord.
Yeah,
See, as
sure.
Muslims, we believe that everything around us screams the existence of a creator.
Yeah.
In fact,
100%.
when we are asked for proof, we respond by asking where the proof isn't, even if it is just a fly.
This is something that you really cannot argue with atheists. It is an intrinsic state of seeing or not seeing. The atheist will ask you for physical proof, and you will show him physical proof by telling him, look around you. Don't you see it as all physical proof of a creator? But this is of course not enough for the blind.
Allah then says, but as for those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intend by this example?
Of course, you can show them
Isn't this
anything.
the case? Wouldn't the disbeliever credit all of this to anything other than a creator, such as evolution or chance?
Yeah, they would, but where does evolution come from? What is chance? There is no explanation for it.
Wouldn't the disbeliever
None.
still consider the mosquito insignificant and unimpressive?
No, I think that an atheist can see the mosquito as something impressive as well, as an impressive biological machine.
Reality is, we are all so used to the world around us.
Sure.
We are so used to how perfect nature is and how perfectly its laws allow us to sustain life.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I believe what Jesus meant when he said you have to become like children in order to inherit the kingdom of God. He referred to exactly this phenomena. In order to even understand what is surrounding us, we have to return to our state as children, because when we were children we still saw the world as what it is, an absolute miracle, absolutely amazing. When I look at my 1-year-old son, he's absolutely amazed at everything, trees, flowers, bees and whatnot, but we got so used to it that we cannot see it any longer.
The fact of the matter is, if all of humanity gathered together, we couldn't create a single fly. And if we gathered all of our knowledge, it wouldn't even be a small fraction of what we still don't know. Yet some of us sadly believe that we have enough wisdom and intelligence to deny there is a creator as a possibility, just because it doesn't make sense.
It's arrogance.
Think about this.
And why doesn't it make sense? Of course it makes sense. It is logical that a creation would have a creator.
To copy just one of the systems in a mosquito, we need years of research and teams of scientists around the world to produce
billions
something
of
half
years
as
of
good.
evolution.
Yet the mosquito
Billions.
is lighter than a feather, can hardly be
Atheists.
seen, and is jam-packed full of systems and sensors that allow it to live. And remember, the mosquito is only one of millions of different species that are on planet Earth alone, each one having unique characteristics. Isn't this verse so incredibly profound?
It is.
إن الله لا يستحي أن يضرب مثلا ما بعوضة فما فوقها فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وأما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا يضل به كثيرا ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين.
Alright guys, and this is it for today's video. Didn't disappoint one bit, absolutely delivered, very similar to the nature video that we watched prior to this. Many interesting facts. Now I hate those little mosquitoes even more, but I appreciate them for their complexity. Absolutely amazing to see their creepy little feet and that they have multiple needles while they suck out the blood. For me, as I said previously, I do not need any further conviction that nature proves that God exists. I truly believe that it is intrinsic. Either you have the eyes to see or you don't. I really firmly believe that God decides that. We can spend time debating, we can spend time discussing, but ultimately there is no getting through to those people. I've seen that. I personally have always believed in one God. This is just what it is. I truly believe that if you're not supposed to see the truth, you never will. Alright guys, but this is it for today's video. If you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please do so. And if you want to support this channel, all the links are in the description box below. Patreon links as well. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. And again, thank you so much for your well wishes. It really means a lot. Alright guys, but this is it. As always, may God bless you all. Much love and peace.